What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to start sort of a little mini series where I'm just going to hit you guys with questions that I'm getting on my social media accounts. Last week when I posted the last video, I said, hey, I'm going to be doing this thing on YouTube, so hit me with questions in the comments. People did that, and I'm here to answer one of those for you guys here today. So, that being said, James Bonner, my good friend, comes today with the question of how important of a factor is variety in a workout regimen and diet, and do you incorporate this into your own program? So I think it's a really good question, and I don't know if this is where the question is coming from in terms of James's idea, but I think a lot of people got really tripped up on that idea of muscle confusion back in the P90X era when Tony Horton was out there telling everybody that you needed to confuse the muscle from workout to workout. I'm not here to talk any shade on P90X or this idea of muscle confusion, but what I will say is that I don't train that way. I don't train in a way where I'm trying to confuse muscles from workout to workout. Now, in terms of variety, it kind of depends on what you mean, and it also depends on your goal. So if your goal is just to look better and feel good in your own skin and just kind of look lean and mean on the beach or at the pool, then you could probably take a couple routes to do that. If you want to lose pure body fat, then really burning calories is probably the name of the game for you if you're not super concerned with maximizing every ounce of muscle tissue in your body. Like if you don't want to look super jacked at the pool, but you just want to be a trimmer version of yourself. Honestly, pursuing general physical fitness with a calorie burn focused and a tight diet might be good for you. And in that sense, you probably could just do random stuff all the time, confuse your muscles if you want to, and get the effects, because you just have to understand the mechanisms at play. If you want to lose body fat, you have to burn calories either through reduced calorie intake or just increased energy expenditure through your activity. So if I want to go hike a mountain on Monday to burn calories, and then do a hypertrophy workout on Tuesday to burn calories, and then on Thursday I do a CrossFit workout, and then on Friday I go to body pump class at my local gym, and then on Saturday I do yoga, those are all really different things, and that would be a big variety of stuff. I don't think by any means that would be ideal for gaining the most muscle possible. But again, if you just want to trim down and lose body fat, variety I don't think really matters. As long as you're burning calories, you're going to see reduces in the scale, you're going to see improvements in body composition, assuming a diet that's tailored toward your goal, and it just might be that simple. Now, I got to come in with my hot take because I don't want to just answer the question without giving my true opinion. I don't think variety is actually a very good way to approach body recomposition. It's not how I coach my clients. It's not how I program for myself. It's not how I talk to people on a day-to-day basis. I think you should, if you want to look super good on the beach or whatever it is, basically train like a bodybuilder, which means you're training in the hypertrophy rep ranges of 6 to 20 reps. You're going to pick a certain amount of movements per week, and I can get more specific with that if you want. If you want specifics, hit me up in the comments. But essentially, to get to the point of the question, I think variety is overhyped, and in fact, being simple and consistent with the same movements over time while progressively overloading with either weight or reps is probably the best way to get the best results. So let me say that again. Progressively overload the same handful of movements, probably for 4 to 6 weeks at a time, before you switch things up. Now, that being said, you shouldn't do everything the same for years and years and years on end. There are some movements that are just so good for building muscle that they're always probably going to be in your program somewhere. There's always going to be some kind of a squat variety, whether it's a barbell squat, a high bar squat, a low bar squat, it could be a safety bar squat, you could be substituting a leg press, a squat machine. The options are endless. As long as you're keeping those core movements and progressing them over time, you're going to see results. Cool. Now on to the second part, which is the diet aspect. How important is variety in a diet? I'm not a dietitian, so I'm not qualified to speak on food, but I can tell you what my personal opinion is and what I do in my own life. I actually eat really similar foods on a day-to-day basis, and I think as long as you are ticking all of your micronutrient needs, getting all the vitamins and minerals you need, eating a respectable amount of protein, I don't think that variety is super duper duper important, mainly because I think it can become the enemy of progress for people. If people think they need to eat like 40 different kinds of plants every week in order to have a healthy, balanced lifestyle, that can be really intimidating. So I would rather encourage people to do the best they can, prioritize all the foods that you know are good for you, and do get a variety when you can. So eat plenty of leafy green vegetables, eat your fruits, eat your lean proteins if you don't have ethical issues with that. Get your fat sources from healthy sources, and probably minimize all the processed stuff that we kind of know are bad for us. They don't necessarily have negative impacts on your body composition whenever calories are equated, but in general, I think we all know that the super processed foods in the long run probably aren't going to be as healthy for us as those whole foods that our moms told us were good for us. So let me just wrap that all up into a pretty bow. How important is variety in diet and your training program? I don't think in training program it's very important at all unless you really like it. So if doing something different every day is something that you would enjoy and it's what keeps you coming back to the gym, then let variety be the superstar of your program. If you have a very specific goal, like looking as jacked as possible, I don't think variety is very important. I think it's probably working against you. So stick with the main movements that you've programmed for yourself. Give yourself time to progress on them, because that overloading stimulus over time is what's going to cause muscle growth when your diet is in check. In terms of diet, variety is probably really good. If you can get as many different things as you can from healthy sources, I would say do that. But don't overhype it to the point that it's becoming a mental obstacle. There are days, I'll be totally honest with you guys, where I have a very simple diet. I'll have eggs, literally just eggs and oats in the morning. I'll have a protein shake. I may have another protein shake. I may have chicken in a salad, and then I may have some Greek yogurt before bed. It's not a very varied diet, and there are probably micronutrient deficiencies in there for that particular day, but it's just one day in the story of my whole life. And if I were to beat myself up over that one day, that would be making perfection the enemy of progress, which will be a huge theme on my channel. Don't let that happen. Do what you can, get the results you can, and press forward. And that should wrap it up. James, thank you so much for the question. If you guys want to get in on this, ask me questions. I'll make a video for you. Hit me up in my socials. You can find me on Instagram at Wes White. You can find me on Facebook if you're friends with me. Drop a comment in the section below. I will hit you up. I'm making a list, checking it twice. We're going to hit up so much content. I'll probably be putting out 3 to 4 videos a week. That's the plan. I'm excited. And anyway, yeah. If you haven't already, give the video a like, show some love, new channel, subscribe if you're interested in keeping up, and if you want to do the notification bell, that would be sick. I won't be mad. I'll catch up with you guys next time.